President Trump, quote, "I look forward to vetoing the just-passed Democrat-inspired resolution which would open borders while increasing crime, drugs, and trafficking in our country. I thank all of the strong Republicans who vetoed to support border security and our desperately needed wall." Joining us now, Pennsylvania Congressman Dan Meuser. Dan, Congressman, this was an interesting situation because President Trump met with these senators. He stated his case over and over again, publicly and privately, and some are seeing this as a major rebuke and potentially having longer-term political damage. Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts, Charles, are that 41 United States senators voted to secure our border and work with the president on enacting the National Emergency Act, which is within his constitutional right. I think Lindsey Graham put it very well. He's on very sound legal ground. If you look for a problem, you usually can find a reason not to do something. We in the House are very well united on this. When the president vetoes it, it comes back to the House, and we're not going to override it. We have a border security. It is indeed a fact. This was voted down in the House because largely the Democrats denied the idea that we have a crisis at the border. All right, I just spoke the other day with a Border Patrol agent who was down there for 12 days and described to me the terrible incidents and the number of people coming across. I mean, last month there were 76,000 that were apprehended. There are drugs. He confiscated himself 20 pounds of fentanyl, 70 pounds of meth. There is a serious border crisis. By us not acting, it creates an incentive for more to come across. Look, we got to get real for the American people, right, and I'm going to be on the side of national security, as is the House, and standing with the president.
And to your point, these numbers have swelled in this year, and it's almost. Do you think that anyone is taking their cue from our media, from the Democrats in the House, that maybe the president's getting enough resistance that it's sort of rolling out the red carpet? Because we've seen a 300% jump in families, a 60% jump in children, the most vulnerable people making these long, dangerous treks to get to this country. Those numbers just don't jump like that unless there's a reason for it.
Well, exactly. I mean, we are. You said laying out a red carpet. I mean, we're giving messages that it is welcome entry. I mean, now we're already talking about the idea of giving amnesty for dreamers without securing the border first. Something like that could occur, but first you have to secure the border. I have a saying: high fences, wide gates. We have to have order. And right now, it's a very disorganized situation that is deadly, that is a humanitarian crisis, that people are scattering in the desert at nights, and this is eyewitness accounts. The coyotes are bringing them through. They're being completely taken advantage of. Yeah. And many of them are bringing drugs across. In my district, heroin, cocaine, meth is way up in many districts throughout the country. Yeah. It's a national crisis. It's a national emergency. The president said he's going to deal with it. He's going to veto this action, and it's going to come back to us, and we're going to build a barrier at the southern border.
Congressman, thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, folks, checking on.